This is C&T Talking Tigers, where talking Auburn football is what we do. Welcome to the Tiger Den. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to C&T Talking Tigers. First off, happy Thanksgiving to everybody that is watching on this Thanksgiving Eve on today. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. We are joined and back once again. I'm Courtney and got my main man Toney here. And this is a big week for us, but we have to talk about last week, unfortunately, because it was another blunder. I've gotten all my anger and out. I took it all out on Saturday. So Toney, I will not have a rant this week, but I am still very upset. I don't know how you are, my brother, but I am still not happy with the results that we saw on Saturday.
I've been down bad, man. Look, I need to shave my head. I need to shave. I ain't shaved my beard, my mustache. I'm looking rough. It's been rough out here being an Auburn fan. So I just been thugging it out. You know what I'm saying? I don't even care how I look. But, happy Thanksgiving, like you said. But, man, I am disappointed is an understatement, man. Our defense really played well enough to win again. Unlike Mississippi State game, you know what I'm saying? I like the way we played against A&M, and then I like the way we played last week. After going out there so many times, you're gonna bend a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna fall after so long. And you heard Beamer say they went out there and ran the same 2-3 plays the whole game.
Yeah, the whole game.
And it showed. I think his name is Darius White. He had 16 carries for 99 yards.
Mm-hmm.
He caught 3 passes for 69 yards and a touchdown. The backup running back had 13 carries for 63 yards, right about 5 yards a pop. So they was gouging us, man. You know what I'm saying? After a while, they was gouging us. But when we were there, man, we held them to 1 for 9 on third down. They only had 300 total yards. We sacked them 4 times. They only had 157 yards passing, with that 149 rushing. It was timely rushing yards. It was timely first downs that they did get. Well, it was ugly, man. It was sad. We up 14-0, you feeling good, and then all of a sudden,
right.
Had a great game. Still feel like we didn't run him enough. He had 20 carries. He should have very well had 28 to 30 carries.
He should have had 200 yards. 200 yards in that game.
Once again, we didn't run the ball nearly enough. We threw the ball 32 times. I think we ran it 33 times. Once again, we run the ball more than we throw it. I keep saying that. Nobody's listening to me. Mike Bobo needs to be fired. I don't care if we win the game Saturday. I don't care if we win the game Saturday and our bowl game. Mike Bobo does not need to be back at Auburn next year.
Totally agree with you.
Anything Bo, the last name ain't Jackson. I don't want to see it at Auburn next year. I'm done with him, and I'm done with Mike Bobo. I was really high on Bobo coming into it, and down severely the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I've not liked the way the games transpired. Definitely don't like the way we played the second halves. We're not running tank enough. Even when we ran it this week, 22 was not enough. We should have been somewhere between 28 to 32, 28 to 34 carries he should have had last week, man. I think it would have made a heck of a difference in the game. Jarquez Hunter didn't get enough carries last week. I didn't think so. If Tank would have had 28 carries, another 6 carries, Jarquez should have finished that game with 12.
Right.
15. So we didn't lean on the running game enough. I thought our offensive line was doing a good enough job with that. We converted 6 of 14 on third down. I think we were only sacked twice. Bobo let us down, man. It was just truly the last couple of weeks have just been
awful,
bro.
Awful. This is the best.
I don't know what else to say other than I'm starting. I'm just really. I'm really out on Bobo. I'm really out on. I know I sound on something that said I'm out on Mike Bobo. Man, I don't know how. I want to see Demetrius Davis at quarterback next year, and I want to see somebody else calling the offense. I don't. I'm not with. I'm done. I'm done on Bobo. I don't. Our playmakers don't get it enough. 32 passes on a game that we were right there with the whole man. That's anyway.
They had a 4th and 1, and took Tank out the game at 4th and 1 in one point, and threw the ball with TJ Finley. That made no sense. No sense at all. like we say, make it make sense. And it made none.
Made
None whatsoever.
Running that thing too, boy. He was running hard. He was running
violent,
just kind of like he did last year in South Carolina. But I mean, even with all that, we're gonna beat them goddamn Bama boys. We're gonna beat these boys, Saturday, boy. Hey, it's been all doom and gloom. It was doom and gloom a couple years ago. If Bo Nix, who ain't never been an Iron Bowl day in his life, can win at home against Nick Saban, DJ Finley. DJ Finley, you home, baby. It's your time. Mac Jones threw us the ball.
Woo, Jesus.
And I don't know if we count on that because Bryce Young ain't thrown 3 picks the whole year.
Yeah.
I got 38 touchdowns and 3 picks. 3,500 yards, almost 3,600 yards, and 38 touchdowns and 3 picks. That Robinson Jr. boy, he's got about 9. He almost got 1,000 yards.
Right there with Tank.
Yeah, he's right there with Tank. Tank's played one more game, but he has less carries, but he got more yards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tank's got less carries than Robinson, but he's got more yards in that one game. Jameson Williams is electric, 1,200 yards, 13 touchdowns, and Michi ain't bad, too far behind him. He right there with 900 yards, 7 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
But the real problem gonna be that Will Anderson boy about 13 sacks. Tutu is. I wish we could have got Tutu. Tutu is a tackling machine. He got 4 sacks. Big Mathis got 5.5. Now they don't really turn the ball over much in that secondary. That secondary can be had.
Mm-hmm.
But do we have a quarterback to take advantage of that secondary? Is the real question that I have. Now, we can get to the pass rusher fairly well. I mean, we can get to the quarterback fairly well. We rush the quarterback as a unit pretty good. You know what I'm saying? We're pretty decent.
Yeah, we do. We do.
And Bama gives up sacks. Arkansas had a good. Now you're either gonna do one or the other. You're either gonna throw it really well or you're gonna run it. Arkansas threw it really well, and they sacked them, I think, 4 times. LSU threw it pretty good, but I think they ran it a little better than they threw it, and they sacked them a few. I think they sacked them 4 times. Mm-hmm. Tennessee threw the ball better than they ran it. Tennessee sacked them 2, 3. I think Tennessee sacked them 3 or 4 times. Mississippi State, Will Rogers had 300 yards, but he didn't have any touchdowns. He threw 3 picks, and they sacked him 2 or 3 times. So you can get to Bryce Young. He might not turn it over, but you can put him on the ground, and you can get him. So they are susceptible to a good pass rush. So if we can put a pass rush together, we can have a chance. And that way, because I mean, the only way you need to stop a good passing game is with a pass rush. So hopefully we can get a pass rush, hold up, Michi and Jameson at the point of attack, and try to do a good job there. We got to try to turn the ball over when we get to Bryce Young.
Yes.
That's the point. We got to try to make.
That's a must.
Can't let Robinson and I forgot the other boy's name. Robinson and what's the boy's name? McClellan. We can't let them boys just do what they want to do. Trey Sanders, all those guys. We can't let them do what they want to do, running the ball. Outside of Michi and Jameson, I'm really threatened or scared by anybody else that they have out on the outside. Tight ends really don't scare me. Like I said, on defense, that Anderson boy, he's a monster. I'll give him that. And
So we'll be able to run the ball. That's gonna be the thing. Could Jaquez and Tank get elite between one of them? Can one of them at least get 100 yards in this game?
we should be, man. If we stick if we stick with it, if we go in there and we try to, because that's going to be our best bet. We need to keep them off the field. Keep the ball out of Bryce Young's hands. Excuse me. We got to keep the ball out of Bryce Young's hands. Keep them on the field. We need to run the ball. Like I say every week, if our offensive line does its job and they does its job well, we will have a chance. If the offensive line ain't holding up, we don't stand a chance. And with the way our quarterback play has been last few weeks, we're really going to be dependent on that run game. And I think these guys can be had in the run game. I'm going to be honest. I think they can be had in the run game. This ain't an all-world Bama defense. Secondary has been kind of leaky, and I hope that don't give Bobo, big eyes and like let's attack him, because I don't know if we had a quarterback. I don't know if we had a quarterback to do that. Our receivers drop a lot of balls. I mean, all of them are really seem like to be kind of all right there together, 40, 45, almost 50 yards a game. So we spread it around a lot, maybe because we don't have that one go-to guy. You know what I'm saying? That we can count on, or we don't have the quarterbacks to make it seem that way. Excuse me. But man, stranger things that happened to Jordan Howard.
Especially when Alabama on top, when they rank,
and we come in here low and meek and lowly. Stranger things have happened. Just 2 years ago, a Bo Nix team against a highly ranked Alabama team got a win.
Yeah,
unexpected win. It's fun. It's always fun. It's nerve-wracking. It's exciting. It's everything. And it's the Iron Bowl. It's the greatest rivalry in college sports, football, basketball, baseball, whatever. Nothing beats Auburn, Alabama. You know what I mean?
Man, it might be the greatest rivalry of all time. I don't know a rivalry that can top the Iron Bowl.
I don't want to be. You got your. It's hard to beat the Iron Bowl, man. I mean, you got the Red Sox and the Yankees, Lakers and the Celtics. The Cowboys and Redskins, Cowboys and 49ers, Chiefs and Raiders,
Duke and North Carolina.
Like I said, Duke and North Carolina in basketball. You got Michigan. Well, Michigan, nothing in college. That Michigan, Ohio State, that's all.
That ain't got nothing to do with
Florida State. I love Florida State. Florida State. It ain't the Iron Bowl. Miami, Florida State. That used to be big time. It ain't the Iron Bowl.
It ain't the Iron Bowl.
Notre Dame and USC, Notre Dame and Michigan. It ain't the Iron Bowl.
It ain't the Iron Bowl.
It ain't the Iron Bowl. I don't care what you say, who you name, or UCLA uses nothing. None of that.
Egg Bowl. None of that.
None of that. Even the Egg Bowl. It ain't the Iron Bowl. How you know the Egg Bowl ain't the Iron Bowl? Because they play it on Thursdays. They'll play it on Friday.
Or Friday.
They ain't playing on Iron Bowl on Thursday. Playing on Friday. So, you know what I'm saying? The biggest rivalry possibly in all the sports, but no doubt, the biggest rivalry in college.
Yes.
I don't care nothing about Army, Navy. I don't care about none of that. I don't give a damn. It's the Iron Bowl first and foremost.
Right.
Families are split.
Matter of fact.
Marriages are split. Siblings are split. Excuse me, motherfuckers losing their life behind this Iron Bowl, and that ain't even nothing to laugh at, and that ain't funny. It's
It's
sad,
true.
but it's the truth.
It's true.
You gotta watch your mouth behind that Iron Bowl. You better watch what you say to me if my team loses Iron Bowl and I was supposed to win. I kill you. You know who you talking to. Don't say nothing else to me about that game. Don't say nothing. Don't call my phone. Don't text me. Don't come by my house. Matter of fact, we're the same. You better not say
phone
nothing.
is gonna be off.
Say something about that guy. I'm gonna slap five from you. That don't play by the Iron Bowl, boy. The Iron Bowl serious, boy.
Oh my God.
Losing money, job, losing their wife, their girlfriend,
not the wives and girlfriend.
You know what I'm saying? Shoot, man. Sisters killing each other. Man, more pop you behind that Iron Bowl. But say when we go one more time. What? Behind the Iron Bowl, but we ain't got nothing else. We ain't got no football. We ain't got no basketball. We ain't got no pro basketball. We ain't got no pro football. We ain't got no Major League Baseball team. We ain't got no soccer. This is what we got. This is
our Super Bowl.
CBS on Saturday, baby.
This is our Super Bowl. 2:30
Saturday night.
2:30.
This is what we got. This is it. And baby, we ready for it. Everybody is ready. Don't matter the Auburn fan, we looking at it, we all doom and gloom, and we all, oh man, it's gonna be. But boy, when that game starts, we're gonna be, War Eagle, motherfucker. Look,
oh my God.
At my job the other day, a couple came up, an older white couple, you know what I'm saying? And they were looking for a truck. And that lady said, I don't know about this truck. I can't be riding around in no truck this color red. I'm an Auburn fan. The man got his Alabama shirt on. He said, well, you know, I like it. Said,
I bet he did.
I ain't going to be riding in it if you get this. She said, because we going to the beach this weekend for Iron Bowl. He go his way when the game come on. I go mine, and we'll see each other after the game. They said they can't watch the game together. And they've been married 30-something years.
Oh, wow.
They said on the Iron Bowl,
about it.
They go down to the beach. That way they don't be around a bunch of crazy Auburn, Alabama fans. They said he go to somewhere and watch the game. She'll go somewhere and watch the game, and they'll meet up later. That's what I'm saying. That's how serious that Iron Bowl is, man.
It is.
We don't play, man. Hey, I'm talking about the state shut down. You want to rob something? You want to rob something? You want to go steal something? Still no Iron Bowl hand. You can get away with it.
We are not suggesting you steal anything. This is a no steal zone show.
I ain't telling you it's a good idea. I'm just saying.
Right.
Because if you get caught, don't say them boys CNT told me this is the time to go do it. Now hell. We are not liable for any business.
We are not liable. We will not be going to court. None of that. None of that.
I may not be subscribing and watching us talking about going steal. No way. We're night thieves.
Right. You're right.
But yeah, man. Hey, look. I really want us to win this game. I hope we win this game. If the Lord willing, and Lord, if I done seen you do work miracles before.
Yes, Lord.
I could use one. And this way, man, look. Realistically, do I think we're gonna win? I don't know.
What you gonna say for a second?
I don't know. In my heart of hearts, I'm gonna tell you like Coach Foster told her one time. My high school coach told her, if they line up and play their best game, the very best of their ability, and we line up and play our very best of our ability, they probably gonna beat us. But if we go out there and we on our A game, and they off just a little bit, and it's because we making them off, now we got to change.
Glad you brought up that. So I asked the question in one of the chats that we're in. I think it's called All About Auburn. Shout out to the chat. We talking there.
All About Auburn. I like that group.
Yeah, we talking there live. We put our stuff in there live, and they definitely respond. But I put a question in there earlier today, and I said, an upset is possible. And I asked, what will be the keys to the game for Auburn to win this Saturday? And a lot of people still coming and it was not a different opinions, but this one that really stuck out to me by this guy named Gage. And he said Auburn has to play mean. Simple as that. We have the players, we have the crowd. Make Alabama feel like they stepped on the wrong field. Odd feeling that we win this one is some weird way. I'm disappointed in the season, but I have high hopes for next season and this game. I think Tank runs wild, and Bobo's one stupid call a game doesn't cost us this time. Yeah, 2017 vibes. He said 31-17. So with that being said, the first question I ask is Auburn wins this game, does it change the trajectory of what we've seen the season? Is this a good season for Arson? And then the second question I have for you, Tony, is this true? You know, if we come out mean and aggressive, this game is ours to win if these guys come out this way.
All right. First question. Beating Alabama, beating your biggest rival is always a good thing. Now that doesn't make the season, but it's a good thing. We win this game, we'll be what, 8-4?
7-5.
7-5. We'll be 7-5 lose the game. 6-6 if we don't. 6-6 ain't a good season. So if you win this game, you're 7-5. Not where you want to be, but that's a good start. You had a winning season. You went to LSU and won. You went to Arkansas and won. You beat Ole Miss. You blew a game against Mississippi State, but you was up big. You blew a game against South Carolina, but you was up. And then you beat Alabama. So you end on now you beat Alabama and then go win the bowl game. Now you're 8-5. You got something to build on. So beating Alabama ain't the season. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to get it twisted. Oh, because we beat Alabama, we had a good season. No, because we ended the regular season with a win, and we put ourselves at 75. That made for, you know what I'm saying? It's not the season we wanted. And we obviously know we could have very easily, instead of being with 65 right now, we could
be
very
9-2.
9-2, 8-3. You know what I'm saying? I take the Penn State, and we could have won. We could have won Mississippi State. We could have won South Carolina. We should have won those games. Should have finished those games out. And that is what it was. But I'll take those other 3 losses. We should have been 8-3 going into this game.
Yep,
I
agree.
We really would have had our chest poked out going into it at 8-3. We would have really felt good. Ranked Auburn teams. Auburn teams that are good, give Nick Saban trouble. Auburn at home, Auburn can get things done sometimes at home against Alabama. So with that being said, that's how I feel about would it be a good season. Be a good season if we can finish 7-5. You know what I mean? And so beating Alabama makes for an ending. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a great ending, a great end to a season that left a lot to be desired. You know what I mean? That we should have been better than what we are, and so you see the potential, and you can also see, where our downfall too. Second part, your second question: have to come out inspired, have to come out fired up, have to come out aggressive. If we do those things, especially on defense, come out really physical and aggressive and fast and furious on defense. And if we run the ball hard on offense, yeah, we can win the game. Definitely win the game. We have to be opportunistic, both offense and defense. We have to execute offensively, and we can't have mental mistakes on defense. We're gonna have to play well. We're gonna play our best game of the season. We got to play our best game of the season because we're playing the second best third best team that we played all year because they're not better than Georgia. A&M beat them.
Mm-hmm.
So we're playing the third best team of the season, and hopefully we can get a win. And you know what I mean. So uh, based off how we've been looking, I'd be foolish to say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna win this game, no doubt." I want us to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
I want us to win this
Same.
game, and I feel like if we win this game, we're gonna have to force turnovers on Bryce Young. We're gonna have the defense is gonna have to be it's gonna have to be it's gonna have to lead the way at first, I believe. But
Right.
the offense has to be capable tomorrow, man. You gotta sustain drives and you gotta put points on the board. We're not winning this game no less than 24, 28 points. So
Yeah.
if we can't get to 24, I don't know this game. So
What's your prediction?
it's gonna be tough. I like the way LSU played Alabama. Think think we can give them a run for their money. We can be balanced in our attack. If we can run the ball and if we can get off the field on third downs, I like Auburn win 24-20.
Okay.
I like 24-20. 24-20. Bama, no playoffs for you, buddy.
All right. I think if they is Auburn, like we have been saying, is they, come out swinging, first half, if they play defense, keep it close, and give Tank the ball, give Jarquez the ball. I think those are gonna be the key things. Try throw it when you have to with TJ, but don't depend on him to carry the game, because I think in my Bobo, he just not it. He's not, and I know I see now why Harsin chose Bo over him. He's not it. So throw it when you need to, but don't throw it to the point where you're depending on him. Run the ball. Run the ball.
Yeah, make
And
it, man, hit him with that play action.
hit him with the play action, run the ball. Hopefully, and when we have the play action, hopefully we'll have Shanker be healthy, and hopefully Kobe Hudson will be healthy to help in that receiving core. So with that being said, and then another key thing before I make my prediction, we gotta definitely make adjustments in the second half. That has been the problem the last 3 games. In the Mississippi State game, well, not Texas A&M, Mississippi State, and South Carolina. We have had problems in the second half. So Mike Bobo, listen, if you want to keep your job at Auburn, listen, you got to make some adjustment in the second half, because yeah, I'm with you. He definitely is got to go out this season. But with that being said, I think this is a game that can be won. And I think it's gonna either go 2 ways. And be honest, it can either be really close or it can
Man,
get real.
we either gonna be in it and win it,
Yeah,
or them boys gonna put their foot in the head.
or it's gonna be a blowout. Is this be really close? I think Auburn gets this win 17-14. Is they let it get out of hand in the first half, it's gonna be a long day. But I think it's 17-14. I'm gonna stick to my team.
That first quarter, man, that first quarter gonna tell it.
It's gonna definitely tell it.
Tell it.
It's gonna tell it.
If we let them come out and just do whatever the hell they want to do in that first quarter, it's gonna be a long day. But if we can play ball and show ourselves, you know what I'm saying, that we can play with these boys, we can beat these boys, then we got to fight the chance. And I like our chance.
And I feel, I was talking earlier, this Alabama team is so beatable because they're not feared like the other Alabama teams, and
No, they're not as good as those other teams.
they're not. They're not. We've seen some good Alabama teams. I mean, the team last year, I was like, yeah, this.
It was all right.
I don't know.
Some super duper Alabama teams.
Yeah, we've seen some even greater ones than that.
You know what I'm saying? Super Alabama team. That team,
Yeah.
I wasn't that impressed by the team last year. They was all right. That's what I'm saying. Even amongst the championship, they were straight. They wasn't all that. I seen Bama have defenses that you couldn't even. Woo.
You couldn't do nothing. you couldn't even crawl. that's how good their defenses used to have been.
I mean, I remember days, man. Bama offensive line and running game, their offensive lines and their running backs were just so plentiful. Boy, woo, and then they always kept this just super stud at wide receiver. And they always had like 2 or 3 of them. Somebody was just coming back to back from Julio to Cooper to Ridley to then you had the big 3, Judy Rose and Vontae. Then Water came. Man, I'm talking about. Then they had all kind of defenders and DBs and defensive linemen. But now, you know what I'm saying? They still get, some of the best talent in the country. They don't just get as many of the number one players. You know what I'm saying? There was a point where Bama was snatching up the top 3, 4 players out of the top 10 players on one position, they would get 5 of them.
Yeah.
Now they get 2 of them.
2, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. That talent they still get outstanding talent. It's just coming back to earth instead of just getting unworldly talent. They just get, they just get great talent, and they kind of blending in with everybody else, but they still winning. I mean, they still kind of ahead of the pack because they still got the talent and they got the coaching. So not only do they get superior talent, they have some great coaching. I tell people all the time, Saban might not be the best coach you ever seen, but he's definitely probably the greatest recruiter you ever seen. Because to keep producing mass number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2 classes year after year after year after year after year after year after year, it's a beautiful thing. Because I tell people all the time, if it came down to coaching, I would take Urban Meyer over Nick Saban.
Yeah.
But recruiting, Nick speaks for himself.
Yeah.
But we gonna whoop that ass Saturday though. All that being said, all the 5 stars and all them 4 and 5 stars you got, all them NFL coaches you got on the sideline, it don't mean a thing when you come to the plane.
I like that. Hashtag it don't mean a thing when you come to the plane.
Don't mean a thing when you come to the planes, baby. We ain't playing the plane. We in college. Ain't no recess because we don't play.
We don't play.
Don't play. I'm looking for a win Saturday, and if not, fuck this podcast. I ain't doing it no more.
No, he's joking. No. Y'all don't listen to Tony. He ain't going no.
Sick of this. Gonna go to Africa.
No, but yeah. Hey, all right. So you called a win. I called a win. I saw some other shows. They also calling, a win, being confident. So hey, we just gonna be prideful.
I mean, we better say we're gonna win.
We better say hey, it's nobody else. Then we better say it. So hey, that's it.
I'm here for the wins, guy dog.
Right, man. We'll talk about after next week. We'll talk about projections for next year moving forward on next week. We'll discuss that.
Yeah, hopefully, come here next week, but we're gonna be jumping, but I'll be popping bottles in this thing.
Right.
On that week. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, the Reverend Mike.
We can get a bowl after, because we lose to Bama, we probably gonna be in a bowl game for Christmas.
Birmingham Bowl.
We lose to Bama, we're gonna be in a bowl game for Christmas. Anybody you ain't gonna realize we're gonna be playing at 2:00 in the afternoon on a
right.
Week. Paying no attention to our game. Folks gonna be at work. We're gonna be playing.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want
Yep.
to do that.
Yep. So yeah, hey, we'll like I said, we both predicting a win this week. I meant to put this banner as you all see that's strolling across here. I meant to put it at the beginning of the show, but y'all know what to do. Make sure you follow on social media, CNT Talking Tigers, if you hadn't already. And hey, we want to hear your prediction as well. As you see that banner strolling across as we speak, CNT Talking Tigers. And make sure you check out the past shows as well on YouTube. They're already out there. Then I got to shout out. This is our first show on StreamYard. This is went very, very productive. So,
Oh, yeah.
so
Very, very smooth. I like this. Shout out to Stream.
yes, shout out to StreamYard.
Baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll be back on next week with another episode of CNT Talking Tigers. Once again, y'all have a safe and blessed Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And until next week, go ahead and give it to him, Tony. I see you rolling it up.
Oh, Eagle. Hey.
See y'all next week.
Nice.